Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll talk about how to improve your blood circulation to improve your cardio workout performance. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. You know, cardio is very important, right? Our heart, cardiac, our heart is pumping. It's loved up all day, taking all the blood that we have in our body and channeling it all throughout our system. And a lot of times we forget about the fact of how important our circulation is. And what we want to talk about is in Alpha itself, right? We talk about your movement, we talk about your metabolism, we talk about your mindset, but specifically movement, we have our breath work and blood flow. How are we breathing? And the way we're breathing, how are we taking that oxygen that we're breathing in from? So I'm in Lisboa, Portugal right now, beautiful weather. I'm on a terrace, so I'm getting a lot of oxygen from the trees that are behind me, the flowers behind me, and I'm able to go ahead and generate that oxygen, put it inside my blood, and I'm able to do those activities. But for many of you, cardio is like the number one thing you guys think about when you think of being healthy. Are you able to run for long distances? Are you able to run on a treadmill, elliptical, doing sport activities, and not be gassed out, right? Not being gasping for air when you do something. And it gets interesting as you get older, because as you get older, you start thinking, oh, you know, I'm just getting older, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. With the excuses that we make for ourselves to limit ourselves, the limiting beliefs that we have. So which is today why I want to just like completely dispel all those limiting beliefs and just tell you about the science and then the applications of it. You know, I'm always very theoretical, but then we also get into the applied aspect of it. How do you take the theory, apply it to yourself, and get the results that you're looking for? So knowing that we have to be breathing, right? Cardio activities is very much just the combination of your cardiopulmonary, right? Pulmonary is your lungs. How do you take in the oxygen from the environment through breath work? And then how do you put that back into your cardiac system so that you can go ahead and get the circulation of all that blood throughout the system? Especially in cardio, let's just use treadmill as like the prime example, because I think everyone can relate to it. Everyone understands what that is. If you don't understand what it is, it's one of those machines where you press like, okay, how fast you want to go, how high you want to go, and you're just like either walking or you're running for long periods of time, depending on how long you want to do it for. And understanding that, how do we optimize it, right? How do we optimize the performance of it, which is going to require you to first know how to breathe. What is breathing to you? There's a ton of videos I talked about breath work, but at the end of the day, we want to leverage our diaphragm, this big sheet of muscle that's here. And when we're taking a breath, remember, it's here right now, but it needs to get to my limbs, gets to my legs, etc., etc. But when we're doing our runs, like, I'm showing you how to run, like in place. What that's going to do is it's going to force the muscles to contract and relax, contract and relax, contract and relax. And when it does that, when it contracts, there's going to be obviously no blood flow there, but when it relaxes, the blood's going to go there. So if we optimize our breathing, and then we optimize our muscle movements, right? We are in the gym after the workouts, cardiac workouts or cardio workouts, we go ahead and hit the weights. We create the density. We increase the density of our muscles to be able to take in more oxygen, make our muscles a lot more red and plump. Whenever you see meat and it's super red, is because there's a lot of oxygen, or just say hemoglobin there, and it's rich in oxygen at the moment, because when the oxygen molecule interacts with the hemoglobin molecule, it makes it a lot more red, which is beautiful to see actually. I mean, not great when you get a cut and stuff like that, but in general, it's a very cool thing to see. So what I want to tell you about this situation is that whatever cardio activity that you do, let's please make sure that the areas that you're working out or you need to work out, you loosen up the joints in those areas. I created another video where we talk a lot about those 10 major junctions of your body, right? We talk about our fingers, we talk about our wrists, elbows, shoulders, head and neck, the whole spine, the hip, the knee, the ankle, and the toes. Super important, right? You activate those junctions. Think of it like a highway system. If any part of that highway, let's just say the exits or the junctions are blocked, traffic can't go through. Same concept of your body. If you are blocked anywhere in your body, traffic or blood cannot get through, and what ends up happening is you limit that area, becomes weak, and you end up having a lot more other pathologies because of it. So we want to first make sure, if we're going to be running, do a little bit of stretching, do a little bit of movement before that you loosen up the joints. What I love to do is like a global thing, and it activates everything real quick. It's like, I quickly just, stretch out my arm like this, both sides, side to side. And I'm feeling sore right now because I haven't worked out for the last week because I've been in Lisbon for Web Summit. But essentially, you do that, you look side to side, up and down. We could get a lot more detail, but I want to do this within like 30 seconds, right? So then I would twist my body. If I feel any cracks, that just means I'm loosening it up. And then of course, the big one for the lower whole body, one simple movement, squat all the way. Squat all the way. Breathe so you feel toes, ankles, knees, hips, all activated, and then boom, right? Done. How cool, how quick was that? Now I can go on the machine and start jogging for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Some people do it for 30 minutes. And there's like a law of diminishing return. It doesn't matter how long you go for, to be honest with you. You just want to get that heart rate going, right? Heart rate, you want it to be elevated. If you're wearing a Whoop or if you're wearing an Apple Watch or any of these telemetric providers, you can get a sense of how much you're doing. And really, we want to be at like the 80%, whatever your age is. There's like a formula how fast your heart will go. I think it's like 220 is the max, but you don't want to be ridiculous because it'll actually stop your heart, and you don't want that. So just elevate it just from normal, right? If I'm right now, my heart rate is probably, I don't know, let's see. It might be a little elevated because I had a few Red Bulls before this, but in general it's like 60, 70 on average. Remember, I've been training myself to have a lower heart rate, and I can maximize the amount of blood flow that's going through me, so I don't need to have my heart rate as high. But if you're just starting out or coming back to the game, you want to make sure it's elevated to like maybe 100 beats per minute or whatever it is, so that you can get that blood flow going. And I can assure you that as you do this day in and day out for the months or the years, it's just going to get easier for you. So it's super important that you optimize your blood circulation. Again, how? Make sure those junctions of the major junctions are open so you're able to get the blood flow going. At the same time, make sure you're breathing as well so you're getting that oxygen. The joints are open, and now you can do those activities. The muscles will be plump with oxygen and blood, and you'll be able to make the moves that you need to make. Okay, cool. With that being said, guys, if you like this video, definitely give me a like, letting me know you like the video. What I love more than a like is a subscribe. So, subscribe to the channel. That gives me a signal that you benefited from it, and other people will also be able to see the fact that, this is being liked or subscribed, and YouTube will then go ahead and show it to other people that can also benefit as well. I mean, if you have friends and family that need to watch this, I mean, come on, right? This is not even a real thing. You got to be sharing this video with them so they can go ahead and learn it for themselves, and they'll thank you all day. They'll probably buy me dinner as well, if that makes sense. But that's going to be really beneficial for you and your loved ones at the same time. With that being said, guys, I really hope you have an amazing day. Hopefully you enjoyed the weather behind me as you're watching me or listening to me on your walk or whatever you're doing, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.